It is my pleasure to introduce our installing officers for this evening. Past Pyle International presidents from the Mississippi District, Beverly Wilkes and Janice Watson.
Thank you, Peggy. The 2021-2022 Pilot International Leadership Team includes the Executive Committee, District Governors, Coordinators, and Appointees. It is my honor to introduce the 2021-2022 Governors. Alabama District, Beverly Wilkerson. Bahamas District Governor, Karen Ferguson Bain. Co-Ed District Governor, Janice Acuna. Florida District Governor, Charlotte Edenfield. Georgia District Governor, Robin Williams. Heartland District Governor, Barbara Sheffield. Kentucky, Ohio, West Virginia District Governor, Jan Flincham. Louisiana District Governor, Glenda Dowding. Michigan, Indiana District Governor, Gail Gaeta. Mississippi District Governor, Patty Davis Bennett. North Carolina District Governor, Desi Harris. Northeast Potomac District Governor, Karen Beck. South Carolina District Governor, Donna Skipper. Southwestern District Governor, Teresa Scott. Tennessee District Governor, Lindsey Whalen. Texas District Governor, Kelly Alexander. Virginia District Governor, Kathy Clancy. Governors, you have been elected to the highest, most esteemed office in your district. As governors, you are also members of the International Administrative Council and your district's most visible link and collective voice of our district within Pyle International. Your many responsibilities include being knowledgeable about district and PI bylaws and policies, being dedicated to the work of your district and Pyle International, presiding at all district meetings and ensuring that your clubs have the assistance they need. As the representative of your district at the international level, it is your responsibility to help develop effective strategies and nurture new ideas while maintaining the values in our mission statement to influence positive change in communities throughout the world. Do you promise to work diligently and cooperatively with your district leadership team and the international team, always acting in the best interest of Pyle International? If so, please say, I will.
I will.
Colette, would you come for a photo op? Okay, Beverly. Okay, Beverly. 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 Karen? Yeah. We're glad y'all got dinner. We're glad y'all got dinner. Thank you. You're welcome. At this time, I would like to present the pilots who have been asked to serve as International Division Coordinators and appointees. Anchor Coordinator Kim Smith, Pilot Club of Greensboro, North Carolina District. Compass Coordinator Janice Clark, Pilot Club of Prattville, Alabama District. Fundraising Coordinator Kathy Gore, Pilot Club of Lunch in Danville, Virginia. She's not here with us tonight. Leadership Coordinator Debbie Ray of the Pilot Club of Nacogdoches, Texas District. Membership Coordinator Jane Lackey, Pilot Club of Madison County, Georgia District. Projects Coordinator Tiffany Glass, Pilot Club of Nassau, Bahamas District. Parliamentarian Judy Bro, Pilot Club of Dallas, Texas District. Inspirational Leader Celeste Shera, Pilot Club of Columbia, South Carolina District. Convention Chair Carol Riddell, Pilot Club of New Albany, Mississippi District. Because of the excellent leadership skills you demonstrate, you have been selected to assume a significant responsibility which will contribute to the success of Pilot International. Your role is to inspire and motivate members, clubs, and districts. You will work closely with the club and district coordinators and appointees to convey new ideas, strengthen existing programs, assist in basic operations, and educate the membership regarding Pilot International and Pilot International Founders Fund, programs and initiatives. As members of the international leadership team, you are expected to promote the Pilot principles of friendship and service, and to inspire our members to greater volunteer achievements. Through your efforts, our membership will grow and become more knowledgeable about Pilot. If you accept these responsibilities, please say, I will. I will. Colette. Good job. The 2021-2022 Executive Committee will now be installed by the 1993-1994 Pilot International President from the Pilot Club of Mantachie, Janice Watson.
Thank you, Beverly. It is an honor and privilege for me to serve as the installing officer for the 2021-2022 Pilot International Executive Committee. Pilots and guests, we ask that you please not take pictures during the installation of the Executive Committee. We will announce a time when the Executive Committee will be available for a group photo. We will have a photographer that will make installation photographs available on the PI website. What a magnificent first 100 years we have had. You have been exposed this week to the rich history of Pilot International that was created by pilots that have worked together to create a better life for those around them. One of the documents in our archives, written in the language of the early 20th century, the Articles of Incorporation, reads, "The principal office and legal domicile of the Pilot Club International shall be located in the city of Macon, county of Bibb, and state of Georgia. The international headquarters shall be located and established at such place in the United States within or without the state of Georgia as may from time to time be selected. Regional headquarters may be located and established at other locations within or without the United States." The vision of Pilot's founders is truly remarkable. Women had only been able to vote for 3 years, yet these founding women foresaw not a local organization, not a state organization, not even a national organization, but an international organization in their future. There wasn't a limit to their thoughts and dreams. I know you have been proud and impressed this week by what a few women in Macon, Georgia, began in October of 1921. We are here tonight embarking on the second 100 years of Pilot International. In 1921, the original ladies thought big, and we are challenged in 2021 to do the same. It is still our task today to be visionaries like the ladies of 1921. As pilots, we have been entrusted with their dream and have chosen a great leader in President-elect Colette Cross to guide us on this journey. Pilot has been an important part of Colette's life since she joined the Pilot Club of New Albany in 1977. Since then, Colette continued serving Pilot in various offices in her local club, the Mississippi District, and began serving on the international level in 2016-2017 as director. Colette has chosen Forward Together, Believe in the Possibilities as her guide for developing some new ideas and service projects to make our communities a better place to live. Oh, the possibilities we have today to make our world even greater in the future. And to borrow from Dr. Seuss, you have brains in your head, you have feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself any direction you choose, and you are the pilots who will decide where we go in the next 100 years. Therefore, give your very best so that Pilot will be better because you have been a member and have served others. Welcome criticism as a productive source for improvements, regard suggestions in the best light, and have the courage to stand on your principles. As we all know, it is not always easy, and certainly not always fun, to be a strong and definitive pilot leader. Many, many hours of study, work, and communication go into each year that one serves on the executive committee. Decisions to enhance the pilot experience for all members and clubs are often difficult to make and even more difficult to explain. This past year has certainly been one to remember, as it was most unusual and very out of the ordinary. When our clubs and districts could no longer meet together and members could not interact with their communities, pilots kept going with many innovative projects and ideas under this past year's leadership with President Peggy at the helm. We all worked very hard to make this past year successful, even if our ways of doing projects, activities, and etc. had to be developed differently. This EC group of leaders inspired us to challenge ourselves to change our ways of doing things in this difficult year and be creative problem solvers using new ideas and techniques. President Peggy Benton and the 2020-2021 Executive Committee deserve much applause for their work on behalf of our organization. Would you please step forward as I call your name? President Peggy Benton, President-elect Colette Cross, Vice President Rona Espinoza, Secretary Holly Baker, Treasurer Lisa Patterson, Director Sherry Bath, Director Barbara Crow, Director Joseph Cunningham, Director Susan Call. Let's express our thanks with a nice round of applause. Now, it is my pleasure to introduce the directors for Pilot International 2021-2022. Director Joseph Cunningham from the Pilot Club of Columbia, South Carolina District. Director Susan Call from the Pilot Club of Patchogue, New York, Northeast Potomac District. Director Lisa Palmquist from the Pilot Club of Central Pennsylvania, Northeast Potomac District. Director Beverly Sheen from the Pilot Club of Panama City, Florida District. You will perform all assigned duties. You will work on behalf of the members implementing the bylaws and activities and promote the efforts of the organization. You will work faithfully on assignments as requested, spend time studying and learning the many leadership skills necessary, attend all meetings with an open mind, and participate in the deliberations of the group. To be chosen to serve is an honor and a privilege. You have much to offer and many things to look forward to in the beginning year of our new century of service in Pilot. Do each of you accept the responsibilities of the office of director? If so, please answer, I do.
I do.
Thank you. Thank you. Treasurer Nikki Dawkins from the Pilot Club of Nassau, Bahamas, the Bahamas District. Your position requires sound financial judgment, fiscal responsibility, and a comprehensive knowledge of budgetary principles. You will serve as chairman of the Budget Committee and furnish the Executive Committee the proposed annual budget for approval and copies of the annual report. Do you promise to oversee the fiscal management of Pilot International? If so, please answer, I do. Secretary Lisa Patterson from the Pilot Club of Prattsville, Alabama District. Your duties include the recording and transcription of the minutes of the Executive Committee. By keeping accurate minutes, you will contribute to the preservation of Pilot International's written history. You will also assist the President whenever and however necessary. Do you commit yourself to the faithful discharge of the responsibilities of Secretary? If so, answer, I do.
I do.
Thank you. Vice President Holly Baker from the Pilot Club of Moline, Illinois, Midwest District. You are committing yourself to greater responsibility and additional training. You will be assigned special duties by the President and attend all meetings. You will be entrusted with many and varied tasks this year that will assist the Executive Committee in its effort to lead the organization forward. Your input, practicality, and wisdom will be valuable in the months to come. Are you willing to accept the demands of the office? If so, please answer, I am. I am. Thank you. President-elect Rona Espinoza from the Pilot Club of Belen, New Mexico, Southwestern District. You have arrived at the office in Pilot International from which there is no turning back. You are second in command and will take over the President's responsibilities in her absence, in addition to your own duties. During this coming year, the firm plans and preparations for your own year as President will be made. You must communicate effectively with the President and be a source of support for her. This office is truly the most demanding of all because while you are laying the groundwork for another year, you are totally immersed in the present. Do you commit yourself to the duties of this office and promise to fulfill them to the best of your ability? If so, please answer, I do. Thank you. President Colette Cross from the Pilot Club of New Albany, Mississippi District. Colette, tonight you will be marking a milestone in your life. You have reached the pinnacle of Pilot International. To be chosen as president is to receive the highest honor our organization can bestow. It is not an honor which comes easily, but rather is earned over the years through service to the organization. You have contributed much to Pilot International at the club, district, and international levels, both in elective and appointed positions. During the coming year, you will be the personification of Pilot International, and you will speak for all of us. You will serve as the Chief Executive Officer, exercising general supervision over the interest and welfare of Pilot International. You must be knowledgeable of the bylaws and policies, dedicated to the work of Pilot International, and committed to guiding us on a true course ever. Inspire others to do more, care more, and be more through Pilot, and our membership will follow you. The mantle of Pilot International presidency now rests on your shoulders. You are responsible for leading the executive committee to new heights of performance, excellence, and unity. Every pilot in every club will look to you for guidance as a model of responsible leadership as they function in their own communities as dedicated pilot volunteers. There are few words that can prepare you for this, and the most esteemed position in our organization. Will you serve with dignity, integrity, commitment, and pride in your role as president of Pilot International? If so, please say, I will. Thank you, President Collette. The other members of the Executive Committee, please stand with President Collette. And while you're doing that, once you're standing there, now, by virtue of the authority vested in me as your installing officer, I declare you duly installed as the 2021-2022 officers of Pyle International. Let's give them applause. Wait. Congratulations to all of you, and best wishes for a very successful year. Audience, this is your opportunity to take photos of the 2021-2022 President Collette Cross and the Executive Committee before we continue with tonight's program. At this time, Carol Riddell, Vice Chair of our convention, will conduct the passing of the gavel ceremony. Carol.
The past presidents of Pyle International will now join us on the stage.
You did it. You got yours. Okay.
Betty Duvall King holds in her hands the gavel which each of the past presidents used when she presided as president. The gavel will now be passed from Betty to Collette. The passing of the gavel symbolizes the pride that each past president has in our history, and it symbolizes the continued commitment that she has for our organization. As the gavel is passed to Colette, the past international presidents are also pledging their support to her as she serves us in the coming year. Thank you, past presidents. Thank you, past presidents.
Let's see. I guess this is it. Got to find my place. Okay, this is where you are. Okay.
Can you just follow this one?
Well, I have all these written in things. Got to. $45, $46. This is it right here. Right here. (2020-2021) International President Peggy Benton will now come forward to present Colette Cross with the Pyle International President's Pin. This one is for you. This is a pen. This will be easy to pen. Okay. As long as I don't stick you. What if you do? That was yours. This one is to use this year, and you pass it down to Rhoda next year. Love you. The 2000, wait, just this. The 2018-2019 past international president Karen Cupid will present the past president's pin to Deb Hayes.
I am really proud to give you this thing. You wear it with pride, and I want to take just a second just to thank you for your leadership last year that you provided, you and your EC. So I wear this with pride. Thank you.
The 2019-2020 past International President Deb Hayes will present the past president's pin to Peggy Benton.
I can try, but I'm not going to guarantee you that it stays. I was going to say, I'm not going to get that little thing. I'm not going to guarantee you won't get caught. Peggy, I give you this pin with great joy and with great pride in the leadership that you've shown for our organization. I served with you with great pride and with great joy, and we had a great deal of fun. Thank you so much for everything. And wear this pin with pride and enjoy your life.
They don't know what it means.
No, they don't.
The 2010-2011 past International President Susan Hoffman will present a past president's name badge to Peggy Benton.
Peggy, on behalf of the past international presidents, I am proud to present your new name badge. This makes you officially a PIP.
All right, thank you. Thank you, thank you.
Pam Cook, President of the Pilot Club of New Albany, Mississippi, Colette's Cross's home club, will present the President-elect's banner to Jennifer Tano, President of the Pilot Club of Belen, New Mexico, Rona's Espinosa's home club.
The Pilot Club of New Albany has displayed this banner with honor, and we wish the same for your club.
Kathy Gettings from the Pilot Club of Clarendon, South Carolina, Peggy Benton's home club, will present the President's banner to Pam Cook. Clubs, I hope you display the banners very proudly. Thank you. And now, I recognize Pilot International's Office Manager, Leah Smith, who will present the South Carolina flag to the 2020-2021 Pilot International President, Peggy Benton. She's coming. I now recognize Carol Riddell from the Mississippi District, who will present the Mississippi flag to Pilot Headquarters Office Manager, Leah Smith.
Leah, this flag of the state of Mississippi, the new Magnolia flag, was flown over the state capitol in Colette's honor. Our state representative, Sam J. Creekmore, asked that Pilot International accept this flag as a gift in honor of Colette's service to her community and the state of Mississippi. The new Magnolia flag is anchored in the center field by a clean and modern magnolia blossom, a symbol long used to represent our state and the hospitality of our citizens. The new magnolia also represents Mississippi's sense of hope and rebirth, as the magnolia often blooms more than once and has a long blooming season. The new magnolia is sleek and updated to represent the forward progression of Mississippi. The circle of 20 stars represents Mississippi as the 20th state of the United States of America and is anchored by the gold 5-point star, which stands alone. The star represents our first people, the indigenous Native American tribes of the land that would become Mississippi. The color blue in the main field of the flag echoes the blue of the American flag, representing vigilance, justice, and perseverance, while the bands of red represent hardiness and valor. The gold lines and the gold stamen of the new magnolia are a nod to the rich cultural history of Mississippi, specifically the visual arts, literature, music, and performing arts to originate in our state.
And now, with the greatest pleasure, I present 2021-2022 Pilot International President Colette Cross. Yours is not, yeah, let me get this out of your way, okay.
Pilots, a guest. I know I'm about to say something that you're going to want to hear. It's almost over. I hope you have enjoyed this magnificent evening. It's a result of in-depth planning, countless phone calls, emails, miles traveled, and hours of work. Mississippi pilots, please stand. I will forever be in your debt for making the breathtakingly beautiful flower arrangements, wrapping the banquet favors, and much, much more. Your love, support, and generosity are appreciated beyond measure. Please join me in thanking the Mississippi Pilots for what they did to make this night special. New Albany Pilots, please stand. For more than 40 years, I have referred to you as family. You are amazing and without a doubt the reason I stand before you tonight. You have been unwavering in your encouragement and support. I love you, and I am blessed to have you in my life. Thank you. Betty King, Janice Watson, and Beverly Wilkes. Thank you for the beautiful presentation and installation of the 2021-2022 leadership team and the presentation of our Code of Ethics. You are not only pilot icons, you are my dear friends. Kathy Garrett, thank you for accompanying Mark to Atlanta and sharing with us this evening. Mark, you never fail to disappoint, and your musical performance tonight was superb. Mark, have you and Kathy ever been to Rochester, New York? You have been. You've always wanted to go back. You've always wanted to go back, right? It's this way, okay. Pilots, wouldn't it be great if Mark could perform for us in Rochester next year? Mike, Judy, and Danny, thank you for sharing tonight with me. Your presence and support mean more to me than you can imagine. You are the most special of friends, and I love you. And today is a special day for Judy. It is her birthday. Judy, would you stand, and Mark, would you help me out as we recognize Judy's birthday?
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Judy. Happy birthday to you. I had no idea what Mark's song selections were going to be. And several years ago, Karen Cupid, Deb Hayes, Faith Stamps, and I were riding in the car. And we were listening to music as we were driving. And there was a song came on, and I don't think they thought I was really getting into the singing like they thought I should. And they said, well, what do you like to, hear us sing? And I said, anything that's good. And the song that was playing then was Sweet Caroline. And since that time, there's been an exchange of text or whatever between us when we would be somewhere when that song was being played. And it was another sign when you came up and started singing that. And it was just a special time for the four of us. So thank you for that selection, Mark. Time will not allow me to acknowledge others who would like to thank and deserve recognition. But I promised you we were almost through. I attended my first Pyle International Convention here in Atlanta in 1979. I also remember that was Jeffrey Duval King's first international convention, and I think I remember that he was 9 months old. Oh, 4.5 months old, excuse me, I was aging him there. Okay, for the first timers that are here, I didn't even know enough to take my pilot pen to wear to the convention. I just left and went. However, my most vivid memory of that convention is seeing and hearing the excitement as pilots greeted each other. Pilot International has existed for 100 years because of friendships like those that I witnessed in 1979 and like we have experienced this week. The celebration of our 100-year anniversary will continue throughout the coming year. 2021 and 2022 will also be a year of preparation for the next 100 years. What we do or we do not do this year will determine the path that pilots who come after us will follow. You have elected club, district, and international officers. We accept the responsibility you have entrusted us with. However, every pilot must be committed to doing everything he or she can to ensure the pilot principles of friendship and service are valued and preserved. Earlier today, I discussed the 2021-2022 focus, Forward Together, Believe in the Possibilities. Tonight, I ask each of you to embrace this focus by believing in the possibilities and commit yourself to work with others that together we will move Pilot forward. We have honored the past this week, and now it is time for us to envision the future. We must see the invisible and do the impossible. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to serve as your president. I will proudly and humbly represent Pilot to the best of my ability. Thank you.
Our beautiful Code of Ethics, written by Pearl Sparks in 1926, will be presented by the 1976-1977 Pilot International President Betty Duval King. It is customary that there be no applause after the reading of the code.
Realizing what every woman should, that was last week, realizing whatever a pilot touches should be ennobled by that touch. We as business leaders are resolved to make our business standards high, to do our work in every place in which we are employed as if it were our life work, never omitting an opportunity of doing a kindness or making a friend. To put into our business dealings a note of sympathy for humanity, to follow truth, to do our best from dawn until night, and so to live in the discharge of our duty, so to take care of every responsibility that comes before us, that we shall radiate that which is unselfish, beautiful, and true. And when we shall have finished our task, we shall have given an upward impetus to human ideals and achievements. With this resolution before us, then, we believe it is our duty as pilots to consider our work worthy and ourselves worthy of our work, exemplifying in it at all times, true course ever, which is our pilot motto. To work each day at that which is seriously, vigorously, calmly, cheerily, to improve ourselves in every possible way, to increase our efficiency and to enlarge our visions, to be ambitious, to succeed, but always to be ethical, desiring nothing that is not achieved by justice, honesty, and fairness, to live in the presence of the great eternal laws, which will keep us patient when the task is irksome, and calm and unspoiled when we seem to succeed, to acquire self-control and self-reliance, to be ready to give as well as take, to develop in ourselves an appreciation of the finer things of life, to be honest and generous, to help, not to hinder, to be slow of criticism and quick with praise, to cherish our visions and our ideals, to cherish the music that stirs our hearts, the beauty that forms in our minds, knowing that on these things we can build our world, for visions and dreams are the seedlings of reality, to be loyal to Pilate in thought, word, and deed, to see no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil, think no evil of a Pilate, but to be no more loyal to a Pilate in this respect than we are to every other person. For the genius of Pilate is in its kindness, and justice is the soul and substance of life.
Patty Davis Bennett, Governor of the Mississippi District, has asked to be recognized. Patty?
Ms. Collette, would you please join me? I would like to ask our Mississippi District Pilot members to please stand at this time. Ms. Collette, on behalf of the Mississippi Pilot District, we would like to express how proud and honored we are to have you as a member of our district, for the example you have set in everything you do. You have such a caring heart, and you show that in your hometown through your works and your support that you give in everything you do. You put many hours in of work in so many community service groups. Your pilot style shines every day. One of the things we know that is close to your heart is the Union County Heritage Museum. So the Mississippi District Pilots have made a donation and sponsored the area at the entrance of the beautiful Faulkner Garden in your honor. The plaque, well, I guess you better open it and see the plaque. Huh? This plaque will be displayed there at the museum, and it reads, "This area made possible by a gift from the Mississippi District Pilots in honor of Colette Cross, 2021-2022, President of Pilot International." Congratulations.
The co-pilots have asked to be recognized.
They clean up pretty good, huh? People were beginning to think that we look like the old men in the balcony of the Muppet movie, you know? Yeah. Commander-in-Chief, right?
Here's my paper. I had a little paper here. Let me just say that I like to quote you, but I'm going to skip that tonight. I admire your patriotism, your loyalty to your country. That will carry over very well into your patriotism and loyalty to Pyle. The men here who are veterans know that the President of the United States is our Commander-in-Chief. We respect him for that office. We know that in like manner, you are our Commander-in-Chief. That's why I saluted you a while ago. I want you to know that Victoria earlier and Mark did such a marvelous job on this stage due to the fact that they had wonderful introductions. I'm going to keep this very upbeat for you. I want to know where Melody is. Melody, I don't care what you have to climb up on, who you have to ask to move. I want a fantastic photo of this lady and her flag and her representing her country. I do not have a pilot flag over there, but you make sure you get a good one. That's your order. All right, with what I just said, those programs go so well because of wonderful introductions. And Mark would agree with me. Now, I have been derelict in introducing my choir over the years. If you'll bear with me with one quick silly, I am going to introduce my choir, if you'll bear with me, and the rest of you. I didn't cause this, honey. There have been several speakers before me. This is the second love of my life, and I am going to honor her, so sit tight. And thank all of you who stayed. I apologize for the co-pilots that left early, but we're here. As you say, that we're almost done, but we're not rushing this for you, honey. And now, ladies and gentlemen pilots, standing before you is our men, good singers from many districts. Maybe a few space cadets from out of space. But I introduce to you tonight a 12-part disharmony group, the International Co-Pilot Choir. Go ahead. Okay. Oh, beautiful, our president, for pilot clubs you see, has great control, our co-ed in every way can be. Our president, how much we count on you. You make us great by sailing straight with all that you can do. O Colette Cross, our pilot boss, you have the reins 1 year. We trust your grace, your shining face, and all that makes you dear. Our president, how much we count on you. You make us great by sailing straight with all that you can do. Co-pilots, turn and face the audience. You are now sharing this tribute with her audience. Oh, beautiful, our president, for pilot clubs you see, has great control, our Colette boat, in every way he can be. Our president, how much we count on you. You make us great by sailing straight with all that you can do. Oh, Colette Cross, our pilot boss, you have the reins 1 year. We trust your grace, your shining face, and all that makes you dear. Our president, how much we count on you. You make us great by sailing straight with all that you can do. We love you, girl. So let us do that, and then we'll be out of the way.
The installation ceremony is now concluded. Let's celebrate as we remain in our seats, and the 2021-2022 Executive Committee is escorted from the back ballroom. President Colette Cross, President-elect Rona Espinoza, Vice President Holly Baker, Secretary Lisa Patterson, Treasurer Nikki Dawkins, Director Beverly Sheen, Director Lisa Palmquist, Director Susan Call, Director Joseph Cunningham.
Judy.
We have some announcements. There are some raffle auctions that didn't get announced earlier. The PI staff is at the back of the room. They have the items, so if your name is called, please see them to retrieve your item. The champagne diamond necklace was won by Linda Beyer. The designer straw clutch by Cherry Lobo. the evening bag set by Mary Roca, the Indian crafted necklace by Mary Ballard, the Tippin Koozies Toadfish by Leah Judson, the Main Street Connection by Maria Traylor, and the Lithograph Sailing by Rhonda Knudsen. Tonight, I will be adjourning the 2021 Pyle International Annual Convention and Leadership Conference. Following the adjournment, you will be dismissed by groups and districts. You are to assemble in the atrium area in front of the escalators behind the 2021-2022 Executive Committee for a group photo of everyone, pilots, co-pilots, anchors, compass, and guests, for a photo of everyone in attendance at this special convention. Our wonderful photographer, Melody Purcell, will take a wide-angle photograph of everyone once we are all assembled. When your group or district is called, please assemble behind the previous group closely together. Move quietly and quickly into place. Although every face may not be shown in the photo, my phone's ringing. It is important to mark this momentous occasion in pilot history with a photograph to be hung at Pyle International Headquarters. Our photographer will be above us in the Pulse Loft to take an aerial photograph, and she will direct us, so please be silent as you assemble for the photograph. District photos will follow in the order as explained by the governors in your district meetings and in the order as called to exit the ballroom tonight. Please remember that as pilots, we need to show some love for our photographer, as Derek and Julie taught us. Be patient as you assemble for the district photos on the marquee level. Please enter the marquee level by the escalators. Photographs will be made on the marquee level, stairways 1 and 2. It is now my extreme pleasure to announce that the 2021 Pyle International Convention and Leadership Conference is adjourned.